What is a histogram and how does it affect camera exposure? Imagine trying to paint a picture with just a glance at the light and dark areas. That's what a histogram does for your camera. It shows you how bright or dark your image is right on your screen. When you take a photo, the camera measures the light in the scene. The histogram then turns that data into a graph, with shadows on the left and highlights on the right. The taller the line, the more pixels there are at that brightness level. This helps you see if your photo is too dark or too bright without guessing. If the histogram touches the left edge, it means some parts of your photo are pure black with no detail. That's called clipping shadows. If it touches the right edge, highlights are clipped, meaning bright areas have lost detail. You usually want to avoid both unless you are intentionally creating high-contrast images. There are two main types of histograms on cameras: the luminance histogram, which shows overall brightness, and the RGB histogram, which shows the distribution of red, green, and blue colors. The luminance one is best for checking exposure, while RGB histograms help spot color clipping. Using the histogram while shooting can guide your exposure settings. If the graph leans too far to the left, your image might be underexposed. If it's skewed to the right, it could be overexposed. Adjusting your aperture, shutter speed, or ISO can help balance this. Exposure compensation is a handy tool here. If your histogram shows clipping on the right, you can dial in negative exposure compensation to darken the shot. If it's too dark, increasing exposure compensation brightens the image. Remember, there's no perfect histogram shape for every photo. For a dark, moody scene, a histogram shifted toward shadows is fine. For bright, airy images, it should lean toward highlights. The goal is to avoid losing detail in the darkest shadows or the brightest highlights. The histogram is a simple but powerful way to see how your camera's settings affect the tonal range of your shot. It helps you make smarter choices about exposure and lighting, especially when working with tricky lighting conditions or using flash. By paying attention to the histogram, you can capture images with more detail and better overall quality.